Subscribe to Pamix channel. Click on the bell icon to receive notification on new video. Like and share the videos. Thank you.
Working in the print industry can be as attractive, as challenging, and as rewarding as any other industry. We spoke to some of the leading ladies from the Indian print industry, and they all agree that we need more women here.
Primarily because it was a family business and it was need of the hour at that time, and definitely done my eco honors and financials and everything. So I wanted to get into something where I can just not only prove but yes, perform better. That was the main reason.
Let me tell you, I got married to a print industry in a way. My husband was a printer and he was very passionate about his business. We used to have, solutions, like we used to have endless conversations to find the solutions and to develop new things. And somehow it motivated me to the printing. And soon after I felt that I was in love with the printing. And for past 25 years, I'm working independently in a factory in Manesar. Okay. So it's great to handle the whole print business, on your own.
Way back in 1990 or around that period, there were very few engineering colleges, especially in Maharashtra, and at that time, there were, especially in Pune, there were maybe just one or two private engineering colleges. There was just one government college. And around 1985, this college started, Pune Vidyarthi Rehearse, which was first of its kind in this field of printing. And that's how the journey of printing began from that point. And then there was no looking back.
But my joining the printing industry was mostly because it was a family business and it was growing, and there was a certain change in industry that was coming about that we were working with. Having joined the industry, I think that's when my interest really got piqued in when you saw books coming to life or when you saw brands taking a form. It really got me, it was very interesting. And today also I find that that's the part of the job that makes it all worth it.
Yes, the first and foremost step would be to introduce it as a subject which is more safe and secure for the women. And okay, there are a lot of women in say advertising, in say publishing or creative artwork, but there are very few in terms of say from engineering point of view or from the point of technical side. So what required is to have more focus on the technical side participation of women, and that would start from the colleges. So first view to them at that stage, and then getting into the industry.
Like any other business, there is no shortage of creativity and recognition in this business, and I feel women fits very well to this. They should come forward to join more business, to more printing, and I would rather say early learning, and definitely women should have a special policies for, so women oriented, so that women can come to this field. And also the machine manufacturers and other business entrepreneurs should promote women to come to this.
Mm-hmm. See what happens, especially women or girls, they are very keen on not just picking up any job, or they are keen on working in the industry as a career. They look at their job as a career. So, what is important is how lucrative this field is for girls or for women. Needs to be shared with schools or girls studying in schools and in junior colleges. That would help them select this particular field. Now, so there has to be that kind of progress for women who are already working in this industry. So that will be as case studies should be shared with schools, and then only we will have more girls participating in this field or taking admissions to such programs. Maybe it could be a uh, engineering program in printing or packaging, or it could be a diploma program?
Before women, actually, printing as an industry itself does not attract the best talent. So we are not in the top 10 industries that youngsters want to join. Whereas if you see in our daily life, print is a very important part of our everyday life. So it doesn't have to be just the newspaper, but we have books, we have so much of literature that comes through, and even packaging, everything goes through print. And in all these years, most of the interviews I've taken, people have come into print either because of chance or because of word of mouth. So I think what needs to be done is also establishing printing as an industry and making it a little bit more glamorous and more real, that people can see that it is an integral part and it's an evergreen one. That was one thing. And the second thing is that women naturally have an aesthetic sense. We naturally have an eye for detail. We have an eye for things that are beautiful. So we have a certain natural advantage when it comes to printing.
See, when I joined in, it was more like a family business, definitely. But now we have brought in more as an inclusive uh, aspect into the organization. You know, right from the lower level to the highest, everybody is being included in all kinds of decision making.
I have around 38% staff and workers as women. You know, women cannot just make the things better. They bring the flair and creativity to the business, which is much needed. I think home managers, they know the value of the systems. So I prefer to hire more women in my business than men. Sorry.
You asked me for a couple of success stories, and I have so many to tell. But I want to start from the point that when I came into this business, there was hardly any women in the company, neither on the work floor nor in the management or staff at all. And we have had so many success stories, whether it is a customer support role where the customer actually sees that women can understand the requirements of the customer organization or the brand much better, and align the internal organization to deliver on that in a more cohesive way, or in the quality or the technical side where they can be the ambassadors of system implementation or protect the customer requirements or deliveries or standards in a more positive approach, with a more positive approach. But this is more on the staff or the management side. But we have seen even on the workflow, there are so many barriers to be broken, because especially if a job requires a lot of detail and it needs a lot of stability and it needs a lot of focus, women deliver far better. And I might sound a little sexist when I say that. Women deliver much better than men do.
I would say there are women in print industry also nowadays, in pre-press or maybe in press also they are there. But not on the technical side of say machine manufacturing from where I belong. So where I belong, there are hardly 2 or 3 of them only in entire India, I would say. If today's women see us, they would be definitely get some kind of an encouragement that yes, you can be in a environment where men are more predominant, and then women is at another helm of the work.
In the past, of course, publishing was known as a white-collar job and more glamorous.
Yeah.
So women prefer to go to that field. But now with the cross-media and web-to-print technologies, I think more women are inclined to come to this printing industry.
It's not so. In fact, I think there are many girls, many women working in the other sectors also. Like I have so many of my students on LinkedIn, and I see their profiles every day, and I see how beautifully they have developed in their own area. It could be maybe they have shaped themselves for the corporate world, for the sales department, or it could be in customer care, customer support. Or it could be in the pre-press. It could be, as you said, designing and e-publishing, electronic publishing are areas where girls do tend to prefer that. But then those also require now, what you can say is working in shifts, because most of the e-publishing industry works for other, the jobs are outsourced to companies in India. So they are having different time zones that they have to cater to.
Talk of printing, people naturally think of dark printing presses which work 24/7 and very restricted environment. And there is a natural mindset against the night shift. So there has been a tremendous change from those ages. We're not living in the dark ages anymore. In fact, even the law of the land now allows women to work on the night shift. So the biggest thing is breaking the mindset and saying that women cannot work on those roles which are in the night shift.
We are also taking full precautions. Not that they will not take. We definitely had travel restrictions because definitely it was not safe. It was not even allowed from the government side. Slowly, as and how it opened, we did a lot of online installations. We did a lot of online training. We did a lot of online cross-training for our employees, because when they are sitting at home, okay, if you are from a technical ground, get into an administrative learning, as in terms of MS Excel or Word or PowerPoint, something like that. And if you're an office guy or a HR guy or an accountant, get some knowledge of technical side also, which is useful in your sphere of working. So that's how cross training was given to them. Cross responsibilities were also given to them, because we were working with handful of people.
Like everybody else, we had initially some challenges to restart the business, because it was closed down for nearly a month or so. So we had to introduce the hygiene and cleanliness protocols in the factory. We hired a critical training programs, and certain customers, like we have Japanese clients, they helped us to promote the trainings to our individual staff and workers.
The pandemic did make us rethink on a lot of functions, and especially on the pre-production bit, we found that there was a lot of things that you could do remotely. Prototype approvals, a lot of the documentation that goes into the pre-production stage could be done remotely. And in fact, there were so many processes that could be automated where you did not need additional hands.
It was tough initially. It was tough for the faculty as well as for the students. It was not just theory that we had to teach. These practical parts also required to be shown, to be demonstrated to students. So either we have our own virtual labs. We have developed our own virtual labs in association with IIT Bombay, and IIT Bombay has taken the lead of developing such laboratories, virtual laboratories, almost since more than 4 to 5 years.
Industry, I would say, okay, today also when I look back, okay, I see, okay, I've spent so many number of years, and definitely I've also seen from litho to digital to nano what Lenda has brought into the industry. We have seen how photographic industry has changed. We've seen how Indian print entrepreneurs, they have changed from buying second-hand machines to investing in a brand new machines.
We dreamt of having, a 6-color machine in India, because that was the very first machine in 1996. But in last decade, we have seen the printing machines with 16 colors, fully automated, fully registered, and lots of add-on beauties to the labels and products. And the second thing is the direct printing on products. That was a great evolution. Still, I think more evolution has to come with the artificial intelligence. We will have more easy processes, less timings of production, and end product is going to be entirely different. But I believe the great evolution will be if India is those highly end machines and we are self-sufficient in India. That will be a great revolution.
I think using good colors, and I think color technology today, especially, we call it as industry. We all know industry 4.0, and color has also kind of gained that 4.0 status, we can say.
So for me, the most interesting thing today is, and this is more because I understand the printing process, and then as a consumer, that if I was to publish a book, I can even print 50 copies of a book today. 20 years back, nobody could have thought of that. We needed a publisher, and then we needed a distribution chain. I can not only print, but I can also sell on a very, very viable platform. And it really makes the world so much smaller. It makes the marketplace so much bigger for anybody who wants to tell a story or has a voice. I think that is one of the most remarkable things. If I talk about packaging, where our company mostly works, it's incredible to me that a brand can have a global appeal.
Everybody has to move according to the time. Maybe, foresee what change is going to come and be prepared yourself in terms of which you're investing, in terms of the business verticals, what you have. Like today, a lot of printers, commercial printers, during this COVID times, they have utilized this time to think of diversifying themselves into packaging.
Industry is not going anywhere. Even after digitalization, the print industry will find ways, to sustain.
Yeah.
And print media will have new kind of, packaging will have the new kind of mediums like eco-friendly and recyclable. So print industry is rather growing.
There are some developments, which will survive for a long period of time. You have to be open to such other areas or other industries and see how they are revolutionizing, and then these printers or the packaging industry has to adapt to those requirements.
I'm not worried that it's going to become paperless, but certainly what will change is the way we think about printing. So it is going to have to be more collaborative. It's going to be more customized. We're going to be breaking from the barriers of large runs and large setups and high volume, and going into more of using digital to collaborate with the traditional forms of technology.